Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Duelist on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're doing Yuma versus Cathy Catherine. And oh, look, we got Ego Boost.
And we got Copycat.
No, we do have Copycat. We also have Gaga Magician, which is pretty much the only actual good monster in Yuma's deck this time. Okay. So this has come up a lot while we've been going through the campaigns. Whenever we end up playing with our primary protagonist deck, their deck is absolutely fucking terrible. However, I will submit to very specifically our viewing audience that Yuma is by far and away the least powerful protagonist deck that we end up playing with, specifically this variant of it, because this is the level 1 Weenies version of Yuma's deck. It is entirely based around a 3-card archetype that doesn't fucking function, called the Acorno monsters. Right. He is supposed to very specifically bring out all three of the Acorno monsters. It's Acorno, Pinecorno, and I forget what the fucking third one is called, but it doesn't actually matter because these are all absolutely terrible monsters. The reason why he's supposed to bring out all three of these monsters at the same time is specifically so that he can go into Baby Tiragon. And Baby Tiragon doesn't do anything. I fucking hate Yuma.
Well, it strikes me that we are trying to grow a tree, which is a process that could take as many as 10 to 20 years. And the average duration for these Legacy of the Duelist games has been about 6 minutes.
We don't win this fight against Cathy, Mr. Cloud. Here, it's Pinecorno, Acorno,
Pinecorno. Because I was going to say that if that was really our strategy, that's quite corny.
Alright. Thankfully, we do actually have access to somewhat better level 1 monsters in the form of Evil Thorn. But even Evil Thorn is not going to save us from the fact that we have effectively negative damage on the field.
Okay, is our attack high enough? And indeed it is, because these kitty cat monsters that Cathy Kitty's been sending at us have been pretty... oh, it's a mouse. Wow, she's really
you gotta have
dedicated.
Both parts of the cat and mouse stuff when you're, attempting to run this style of deck.
Well, I suppose it really brings out the cat in the kitty to bring out the cat-like mannerisms by having something to play with. Meanwhile.
Hey, Amethyst Cat.
And what is ironically one of the most inappropriate uses of Amethyst Cat that I've yet seen in my many years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Sure, it's a cat.
Dang it.
We're building the pieces, Mr. Gerdad.
But look, Baby Tiragon doesn't actually have offensive stats. All it really does is allow one of our level 1 monsters to attack directly, which doesn't really matter because although we do definitely have a decent level 1 monster that can attack directly in Copycat, it also isn't actually all that high on stats right now. So,
well, that's a really unfortunate selection of opponents, because so far the highest base attack monster that Cathy sent at us is 1200 attack, and she's been modifying on top of it using, well, let's speak of the devil. She just played Horn of the Phantom Beast, which modifies attack, but Copycat doesn't care what modifications are on monsters, or does it?
Yes, it does, because it very specifically copies the current attack of a monster when it is summoned.
Okay, so
and now
that's
that Cathy is Horn of the Phantom Beast on her Amethyst Cat, her Amethyst Cat skyrockets up to 2400, meaning that I need to special summon something in order to actually take it down.
I'm afraid that ship has sailed for you, man.
Yeah, behold, Underworld Fighter Belmong. Cathy has an actual working extra deck.
Well, yeah, because it has more than 6 flipping cards in it. I'm beginning to see more thoroughly how the ship has sailed for you already, Mr. Gerdak. Copycat was supposed to wait for her to produce a monster that had decent enough stats so that you can win in 2 to 3 turns by attacking directly with the baby Tiragon ability.
Yeah.
Because now all we're doing is just getting the level 1 pieces we need to get baby Tiragon out. Unfortunately, the monster for whom the effect was intended is already in the graveyard.
Yep.
Damn. The Dark Cat with White Tail. Magician's Force expansion.
Both of our monsters.
2005.
And then setting Dark Cat with White Tail again.
Heh.
Oh, look, 1-for-1. More level 1 support.
Yes. Hey, nobody poop on 1-for-1. This card will win championships.
It will, but not for Yuma.
Yeah, okay, now copy Balmong. Nice. Oh, wait, no, Copycat really doesn't pay attention to modifications. It only follows original attack.
No, it does. I'm not sure. I'd have to have it flash up on screen again. Yeah.
No, it's there. It's there. If you highlight Copycat, it says that the attack and defense that it takes on is equal to the original attack and defense of the opponent's monster it targets.
Okay.
But really,
so, I've got Call of the Haunted, but that doesn't matter because I am dead this turn.
Are we?
Oh yeah, we're definitely dead this turn.
But we have 7,400 life points.
And she has roughly 5,000 damage on the board.
Right, but she has to... oh, right, because I forgot to take into account the Banner of Courage. Well, that sucks. Because, boom, all of her monsters are more powerful now.
Draw a card off of Horn of the Phantom Beast.
God damn. It's a catastrophic turn of events.
Yeah, it is a original attack and defense. Damn. So, I have wasted my Call of the Haunted. Oh well.
This freaking matchup just blows right now because
this isn't the matchup that's being a problem. This is Yuma's deck being a fucking problem, and Yuma has this problem for the entirety of the first half of season 1 until he actually gets access to a decent amount of the onomatopoeia monsters. His deck just performs like this every time we fucking play with it. It becomes a very weird mishmash of really powerful spells and trap cards, but absolute ass monsters. I can't play any of these.
Kinkabayo, Dark Cat, and now we die.
Yeah, now we're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it, Cathy. And we got a copy of her Spiritual Forest, thankfully, but alright, anyway. Back to Slow Burn.
So I noticed that the help text at the end of that game said that because you and I conjectured we were supposed to use Copycat in order to attack Cathy directly.
Copycat is an easier method than what the hint text wanted us to do. The hint text wanted us to change a Gaga Magician to level 1, and I'm like, but he's only 15. Like what's more valuable usually is having Copycat grab a Balmong in order to push it to 21, then buff it with Mage Power in order to have Tiragon actually do upwards of 4,000 damage every turn.
Yeah, but now I see the wisdom behind the help text because if you're waiting for your opponent to move first, now you're playing to their tempo and not your own.
Yuma doesn't really have the ability to play to his own tempo, though. His monsters are just too bad.
Still, though, it's a good lesson that usually the player who wins these games sets the tempo for both players. It's like a chess game. If your opponent is constantly responding to what you're doing instead of acting on their own prerogative, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, but Yuma's playing with all pawns when he has access to decent knights.
I see what you did there.
Hey, Dark Sanctuary.
Well, now that we cut the crap on the cat fight, let's send some bunnies at her.
Yes.
Oh wait,
Behold
no,
the power
bunnies.
of Mecha Bunny. Wah.
Wait a minute, don't cats usually attack bunnies?
I think her
No.
face-down card is going to end up turning out to be Horn of the Phantom Beast, which is one of the literal best beast support trap cards in the entire game. I absolutely adore Horn of the Phantom Beast.
It is a really powerful card. Cards that let you draw not just once, but as many times as you activate the effect are worth looking into.
Yes, especially because it's an 800-point attack steroid.
Yes. Kinkabio. Spirit cat. Kitty cat. Yeah.
Alright, so do we have enough damage to actually win right now? That's 35.
I
we
am
got
Guardian Sphinx, master of the board wipe. Where did everybody go?
Yeah, and in this game, Cathy was effectively unable to set up any board presence at all. So, yeah.
Welcome back to Roger Rabbit Commentaries playthrough of Legacy of the Duelist, where past Gurdat really should have just given it a mulligan instead of switching to a deck that never loses.
Hey, come on, it loses on rare occasion. Kite. Hi, Kite. You are the second coolest character in this show.
Kites. Sounds like a lot of beast warriors.
No, actually. Kite is our primary rival. Despite the fact that it was definitely supposed to be Shark, it ends up being Kite for most of the show. And, Shark ends up being our secondary rival, especially once we get into space stuff. Yeah, we're gonna end up going into space stuff because that's where Astral's from, so... Hey, we got the Cat's Ear Tribe. Woot! Alright, in the next episode, instead of dealing with, Kite, because, you know... Kite, because they actually get interrupted during that duel. We're going to have Bronk, which is one of Yuma's friends, use his more or less actually competent deck against an actually competent opponent. Oh dear. Hey, number 96. Be safe, everybody. Fortune lay the earth.
One is the loneliest number.